Welcome back to the vlog. Come have a Saturday adventure with us.
Okay, so I finally actually gamed some on the laptop we bought. It's actually not bad. Um, it's an AMD Ryzen 9 7845HX, and it's got a RTX 4060 with, what is it, 8? Yeah. It's got GDDR6, 8 gigs. And I'm playing Control with everything as high as it'll go. And I mean, it's kind of old at this point. But it hit Game Pass and it's like a stackable 1,000. I just also realized on this Armory Crate thing, I don't have the GPU mode on Ultimate. Oh, I'd have to restart. No, I'm not doing that. I'll have to try that too, but yeah, it's actually, that's what I was about to say, because there's like another thing over on the side that has like, shows how much storage is used and how much RAM is used, and that shows 15.2 gigs of RAM. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it had more than 8. That's why I was kind of, because I kind of know about graphics cards, but I don't really like the other stuff. Like, I mean, I know like RAM, like having a lot of RAM is good, and like 16's like not great because there's quite a few that have 32 now. Wonder how easy that is to change, because it's got the temperature in Celsius. But no, it's like, it's kind of weird because like I'll randomly, like, anybody that's played Control knows, like, you can like totally like go scorched earth and there's like crap flying everywhere and tons of particle effects. I've never had it even drop a single frame then. It's just weird because it's almost like when it's like the game is being like, hey, like, we're like updating a mission objective, because it'll be like you complete a mission and you'll be standing some like blanket looking nondescript room, and it'll be like, just like, it'll drop like for like 2 seconds, it'll drop, like the frame rate will plummet. But other than that, it's like during actual action, it's never had a single issue, so it's kind of strange. But that's another thing too, is like, I don't know, I guess once I click back into the game, I don't know what it actually, like, because it's saying that the CPU usage is 24%, the GPU usage is 33, but it'll probably switch when I go back into the game. But yeah, it's because I don't know what the highest one is at the moment. I think it's only a 4090, so it's not like super far off of the highest, the newest RTX. But yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed, considering it was just like, I was like, screw it, I'm gonna buy a cheap gaming laptop, and I think it was 1,200. Like, and I didn't expect much of it. We'll see if I like, because I don't know what, like, and actually, not that many people comment, but if anybody that's actually here for the gaming content part, like, tell me what the new, like, the new can it run Crysis thing is, and I'll like buy it and like try it at various levels of settings and see. Because I mean, Controls, I mean, it has a lot of particle effects, and it's mildly demanding-ish because of like the particle effects, and when you have ray tracing on Ultra and everything, it's like, there's kind of a lot going on, but it is also old, and it isn't like especially when something's like close up, it's not the super prettiest thing ever. So we will see. All right, so I'm bored, or not bored, but I just thought this might be kind of interesting content, and I'm using super wrong footwear because Nathan was talking about, the lock on all this. Okay, that one was easy. I'm just kind of intrigued. Oh, look, a rabbit. Oh, yeah. Easy. I don't even know how he made footprints. I guess it's early morning, so it's more frozen. With this pick of footwear, I'm hoping I don't fall through. But yeah, you can see how deep it is from where Nathan fell through last. There's still like a foot of snow here at least. But with the house there, it doesn't really get tons of sun here. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh God. I think I found the soft spot. This one shows how igloos work, because this is I'm like 220. See, that's what's funny is at one point Nathan fell through there, but that's like you can tell because of that, and like the way it is around the trees and the deep spots, it's still easily a foot. Oh God. Okay. That's actually another thing I was thinking about trying to demonstrate, and I think I figured out how. Because when backing out of the garage, when you kind of got to back off of the pack stuff, like right into that, the Jeep is like full on sloped uphill. I'll use the little tilt sensor thing in the truck, because you can even see like where I've backed off further down there is way lower than even right there. But I mean, it is pretty obvious, like how much it goes uphill from there. Like there's probably a good foot of snow or foot of packed ice, or at least 8 inches there. Be interesting to dig a hole in it. Like one time we did it at my parents to see how thick it was. Maybe I'll do that at some point before I leave. I'm kind of waiting for the weather to get a little better, because I have a really interesting idea for a piece of truck content that I'm gonna try to pull off, but the roads got to get a little melty first. Okay, really. Like I can see to do that, protect your car, but that is a shitty car, or at least very, very mediocre. I mean, like directly centered on 4 spots. And then that one. What the heck, man? I mean, that's actually a pretty nice truck, but still, just insanity and inconsideration, or stupidity, some combination. The mud in our road, I don't know if this is picking it up, is like sparkly as all get out once the sun's hitting it just right. I'm actually a little surprised. I decided to drive off into that. I'm intrigued though. How much did I even sink? Oh, nowhere near the bottom. I was like, this doesn't feel like it's nearly as deep as it looks. Oh, and there I go again. Oh, no, this one isn't solid enough. Nope, definitely not. Those pots are huge though. Okay, it's even more understandable now, because I know I cracked it, so it's nowhere near as sturdy as it used to be, but the snow shovel won't even pierce this stuff. I was going to look at our propane level, and well, and even right here, I was on the surface most of the way. I fell through a bit on the way back, but yeah, like a snow shovel won't even break through it so clearly. Oh yeah, it's even mildly crazy. And it shows too, look how thick that top layer is, then it's like, you gotta get leverage to pop it up. I don't think this is where it's the deepest, and I think I'm hitting, yeah, I'm definitely hitting bottom. But I'm not sure if that's where it's the thickest. I think it's probably the thickest, like right in here, or maybe over here. But yeah, that's like, because then if you take something and put it flat straight across the hole, that's probably at least 6 inches. So like 3 3/4. Still not bad. You know, for once you're probably having some decent luck. When your milk starts to fall out of the Jeep, so you kind of stop it with your foot, and even with all the dirt, and like clearly it hit there, and then kind of rolled onto this side, not a hole. There's actively rugby happening on Montana Tech's football field. That's very interesting for sure. Oh yeah, and I think we start hosting the Frontier Conference basketball tournament today. I'm not sure about that. I know there's something with that going on, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's kind of weird because like I'm pretty sure we told the story about like being in the M&M, obviously well before it burned down, when Virginia as the 1 seed, not just all 1 seed, the 1 seed lost it in the first round of the tournament, and like I think that was one of the first years there were like first round games on St. Patrick's Day, but I always remember watching tournament games while I was like bar hopping on St. Patty's. It's really weird because there's conference tournaments and selection show, but there are none this year. That's going to be weird. Like none of the NCAA tournament games. Okay, that is the most boring car hauler of all time. I think it was like QC90, I already forgot. But it was literally all gray, white, black, of the exact same boring Volvo. Holy crap. Usually I have at least one spot that's something interesting, like somebody that's, like something like this, where it's like, oh, somebody ordered a blah, and it's getting transported. Or like we're using up a spot for like blah thing somebody bought online or something. That's like my uncle's Boxster, he bought that from Florida. So like that, obviously, not necessarily, well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a lot more expensive to like have someone transport it that like uses one spot. Like, you know, like a one car hauler. Like that'd be way more expensive than just like being like, hey, we're going to take up one of your spots on your giant hauler that's like going from Florida to Tennessee, then from Tennessee to like Colorado, then from Colorado to Billings, and then from Billings to Helena. Yeah. Okay, that had to be, okay, so it was, for context, it was an old school bus painted black with a Megget painted on the side, and it said the Meggets, and then like where it usually says school bus, it said Megget Express. Like, assumedly, like it's a team. I would very massively assume that that's like some like adult league like softball team. I mean, I don't know, like baseball and softball and stuff is starting up in most parts of the country. Well, I mean, besides at our house, there's no snow anymore. So I was gonna say, like, there's still too much snow in most places for that, but no, that's just at our house. Or like our general area. But yeah, I'm intrigued by that. Like who they are and what kind of team they are. It's obviously big enough they need a bus, because it feels like a basketball team that was like, you could have a 15-passenger van at that point, because then you'd have like basically, or I mean, you'd have room for like a couple of coaches and 2 full groups of players plus like a couple extras. I always love passing a normal Ram, because it's like they have a leveling kit in it, clearly, and it's like this thing sits like, I mean, from when you're in it, it feels like it's like 8 inches higher. It's probably like 4 or 5 at most. But then like the guy's like this in the mirror, and then like as it got where like you could see me like without the mirror, he was just like he knew what it was. I just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know if I love the truck more, just like what it is, because it's like with it. I don't know if you guys heard that, but something was fairly big was still stuck in the tire, clearly. But yeah, like it's kind of crazy, because like I'll be interested to see like once they're done with like the last run, which if, I don't know, I kind of wanted to get one, but I hate the digital gauge cluster for one. But yeah, like it'll be interesting to see the full production numbers, because like of modern cars, besides things that are like instantaneously, like right off the bat, they're like, hey, we're only producing, like the Demon was like 3,330. Besides stuff like that, where it's from the get-go designed to be a limited run, this has probably got to be one of the rarest things out there, because it's like they never put a limit on it. It was basically like, okay, some will get sent to dealers, otherwise like order one, but we're not going to be like, hey, we're making exactly blah, except for some of the special edition ones. But I think like, especially compared to anything else made in like, you know, like within the last like 5 years in like the 20s. Good God, the 20s. That sounds so weird. But yeah, like this has probably got to have one of the lower production numbers of any like normal vehicle in the 20s. Because you think like, I mean, obviously there's like Bugattis, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and like stuff, tons of stuff like that that's going to be way lower production. But when it's like, hey, this is like a special version of something that already exists, which to some degree it's hard to even say that, because it's like there's, I mean, like I guess the interior and probably the tailgate, bumpers, well, back bumper at least, maybe. there's like very little on this that's the same as a normal Ram, so it's kind of hard to say like, oh, it's just a different version of a normal one. I guess the doors are the same. Duh. The cap's probably the same. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just kind of cool. Because like even like some of the muscle cars that are worth a ton of money that are rare probably have higher production numbers than this. But part of that is they've had years and years to thin out. Which it's like, you know, there's going to be people that try to like take this Baja, like something like this, Baja on like a crazy narrow mountain road and end them. So yeah, they'll just, it's like just like anything from like the 60s and 70s. It'll just get rarer. But if I ever met the dude that took the one and made it into a regular cab, like, you know, just the front seats, and he was willing to trade me shit across, or would give me a killer deal on doing it to this, I would do it. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. I love it. Because, I mean, I like a regular cab short box. And then if you can convert it to a stick on top of that, oh! I don't even know. That'd be the coolest thing ever. Okay, Nathan was like, I just found the Lunchable I've never seen before. And I'm like, no, you didn't. And it's like, it comes with a Kool-Aid pouch and water to like make your own Kool-Aid. That's interesting for sure. Once you get in the open, you can pin it a little, but don't do nothing nuts. Okay, so where we had the giant fire is where my mom dumps the dog poop thinking it'll help it grow, which, I mean, we scorched the shit out of this ground. I think Megan clipped in a clip of the fire in an earlier vlog, but A, I don't think that's going to help, and B, like, oh my god, that is a lot of poop from 2 dogs. And that's not even close to all of it, because when it's snowy out, it gets dissolved when it's wet, and it just muck piles in the yard. Yay. Love dogs, but they're gross. I guess less gross than kids, though.
I'm hot enough right here.
What, do you need to turn the hose on?
No, I just need other missiles.
So I picked up this green apple White Claw for us to try, so I'll vlog that. But we noticed it says uniquely cold wave filtered. Like, what the hell does that mean?
That they used a wave to filter it? That doesn't even make sense, but...
I don't know, but it's kind of interesting. Alright, I'm gonna try the green apple White Claw.
Oh, what the fuck?
Ooh. That's good. That tastes like a green apple Jolly Rancher. What are your thoughts?
It's all right.
I think it's really good. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.